Hey folks, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Welcome back to the channel. Hopefully you're enjoying my reviews and I'm uploading every day, trying to upload at least 2 videos per day. But recently my health is not allowing me to work as actively as before, because most of the time when winter comes I fall very sick because I think the virus, the new flu, whatever flu flies in, it causes everybody to be unwell, and most of the time people have to endure this for the first few weeks. Okay, so anyway, I'll let you know some things. I'll answer some of your questions today. This is not a fragrance review. Maybe I'll speak a lot, I'll talk a lot. I had a nice sleep. Time is around 10:15 here in Dhaka AM, and it's a winter, supposedly winter day, but there's just hardly any winter. Early morning there's mild cool breeze, and as days follow, days continue, it's sunny and warm and stuff like that. So yeah, I have seen some of the comments, maybe inspired me to do this video. But anyway, I'll just talk to you in general about my fragrance journey and what's happening, just a little bit of update, because usually I'm also a human being. First of all, start with that, I'm not a robot. I do say that I am mostly a robot inside, but also at times I do have feelings as well. So I share things, sometimes I notice that people don't like that. Some people, to them it's annoying. He's whining, he's complaining all the time, and he's sharing too many information. It's okay. I'm not making the videos for them. I'm making videos for people who are concerned and caring for me, like they are concerned about me, or they care for who I am as a person. Otherwise, in this world, sometimes your existence is not that important. People don't care, especially if you're a man. I'm gonna say this as a man. People don't really care for men if you leave or don't leave, if you're eating or not, if you're mentally okay or not. They continuously feel like, if let's say you are a known person, you are a you're on the social media, like let's say popular, you're doing a page or you are doing content creation. People have certain interest in you. They hate you or love you, doesn't matter, they always watch you, because if you're doing something that is in their interest, they will watch it and they will let you know their feedback, positive, negative, or love, hate, whatever comment. This is very normal, and I slowly, I'm not going to say we as a whole, because I'm different from we. I'm me. So I have my shortcomings, I have my, other issues. But I'm trying to adapt to that. This is the world, this is how it's supposed to be. Not everything you do is going to be appreciated by everybody, right? Sometimes the opinion will just be your opinion, and some people may not agree with it. Majority will not agree with it. If you say something, let's say, unpopular, let's say, uh, Argentina is better than Brazil, or Brazil are better than Argentina. There's definitely going to be no absolute right or wrong in there. There will always be people fighting for top spot in like football history, right? But you sometimes, I feel, despite everything, you have to let your mind speak. Like when I do fragrance reviews, I feel like I am let you know my 2 cents from what perspective. My country, Bangladesh, in Asia, where it's most of the time hot and humid, like crazy. It reaches sometimes up to 50 degrees Celsius or more. Certain part of the country, the crops die, animals die, people die out of heat, and there's also extreme flooding, extreme everything, pollution, like dustbins, like insects, mosquito, everywhere. This, especially the noise pollution in Bangladesh, is one of the worst. You only can understand this if you lived here in Dhaka, especially the capital city. Continuous, if there is a sign in foreign lands, like there is a school, do not honk, hardly any people will break that law. Like there are certain people, obviously not everywhere there's people 100% good. There are also criminals, bad people. But here, especially when you hear school, because in the morning time there'll be rush, people will be holding that horn, like the honk, like with all passion and anger, because they want to fly over the next few cars. But in country like ours, with the narrow roads and everything, there's always when people are parking illegally. So definitely jams will happen. We have not only cars, bikes, we also have CNGs, rickshaws. Like these are you don't see this in your country. So your traffic is maybe more smoother with the bike and car and that big vehicle only. Here, different scenario. Traffic is very slow moving. We spend half our life on the road. If you're going somewhere, it will take like half an hour road. Typically, if it's empty road, it will take 2.5 hours to 3 hours due to our jam. And people mostly don't follow traffic rules here. So I'll coming back to like me as a human. like, I was saying that, if I am creating content, I understood one thing. Nobody cares for what, like, no, that would be a wrong statement. Like, many people don't care for if you had a meal the day before or today, if you had good health or if you're mentally okay. Many people don't care. They just care for, hey, you they give you orders. Create a content, that's all you want. I understand that you want the content and no other drama, no other whining. It's okay. But I feel I am not a slave to people. I'm a slave to maybe my passion. Okay. I am something that, I spend all my money on fragrances. I get bashing for it, I get love for it. But you guys know, those who follow me, they know that what it takes. Even if you're financially not doing so good, so much burden, like business is not good, YouTube numbers are not good, you have to carry on with your work, right? You have to continue uploading, otherwise you'll not make any earnings from YouTube, or you'll not be relevant anymore. Even guys like Mark, fragrance guru, who started this, he took off few months or 1 year away, and then people seem to be like, not following him anymore. Why? Because you have to be relevant, you have to be uploading, and you have to be visible all the time. That's why I think my, this thing is very difficult. When I started, I did regular reviews. 2016 I started. I try to upload every single day, unless I'm mentally very blocked, or I'm very unwell, physically sick, or I took like a holiday. Once I took holiday for 5 days in 2023 January. So unless those things happen, I'm always here. So I think the pattern, people, the reviewers started understanding that, you cannot simply just upload once or twice a week and then, expect to be getting those numbers, because YouTube pays, right? AdSense, YouTube viewership, they pay. Also, there are other modes, like you can get, like merchandise, sponsorships. You can get, if you do lives, you can get, like, what chat is that? Something, I don't know these terms. You get super chats, yes. So if you do lives, you can get like maybe one or two drinks, worth of money. But people are, if they follow you, if they love you, then they, help you. But this work is not easy. Some of you may feel, oh, he's just buying perfumes, reviewing, and getting money. His life is so easy sitting at home. No, it's maybe I don't have to do the physical labor as much like some of you do in the office, sitting there taking crap from your boss and office politics and all that. I am not part of that, but I also have other things. Nothing in life is easy. If you see someone who's making money in a legal way or with his hard work, it's never easy. There's no such thing as easy money. If you're getting easy money, maybe you're very talented, or you already established something. Your establishment is so huge, so it's paying off. But being successful from nothing, it's not easy. So I share these things with you because I have feelings. Sometimes I'm not feeling the best. Sometimes, you guys also feel not your absolute best day. End of the month is always the depressing time. Sales are low. You do not get to buy stuff if you don't get sales. You don't get to buy things that you really like. You cannot eat nice, right? These are normal things. So I share with you these things because I'm human. We are sometimes, just so crude and cruel in the world that people only care for you when you're shining, when you're happening. And you also get hatred as well. Like, oh, uh, Ariana Grande, she gets a lot of love and a lot of hatred, right? And some of the other singers as well. So there is no such thing as absolute love. Nobody loves, like, nothing is like 100% love or hate. But I try to maintain this thing that from my work, I feel, if I share a few things, I feel better. I do this for me. Some of you feel I'm doing this for you, or I'm trying to say I'm trying to help you with the motivational speak. No, when I let things vent out, I know many of us go through tough times, dark times, low times, like days and nights, like sometimes it's sunny, sometimes it's not so sunny. So yeah, sometimes when I am a little bit agitated or frustrated, maybe I vent out some of the anger, frustration, and it's okay. You guys can say he's whining, complaining, sound, this and that. I have my reasons. I have my, explanations. I have a issue with sound. I am very OCD about this. I do not like people, let's say, smoking on my face. I used to smoke back then. That time it was not an issue, but when I understood it's a health risk, I quit like 6 years back. I don't smoke no more. And maybe I used to party a lot, if you know what I mean, and that's bad for your liver as well as your diabetes and a lot of other health issues if you are a party goer, party animal. I didn't party like clubbing and all, but with my friends we used to have hangouts, and we were like, this bunch, we used to be partying with ourselves weekends and stuff. So Yeah, I was a party animal once, and I was very indisciplined. I used to do crazy things in back in my life in when I was in 20s and 30s. But now that I'm old, now that I'm old, I am like happy to be getting to the house before the darkness falls. I get very panicked when it's 10 o'clock, it's 10 p.m. and I look at it. I'm in Uber. I still feel insecure. What if this guy takes me somewhere, kidnaps me, and takes everything? Yeah, nowadays I am worried a little bit because I don't know. Maybe 43 is not such an old age, but it is, so it's been almost like now in the fifth decade, right? Some of you may feel that death is near and stuff, depressing things to say, but you don't know. Maybe you feel, oh man, I'm not feeling so good, my knees hurt, I can't get up from bed, let alone going to the gym. So those who are fit, I'm very happy for you. You guys are strong mentally, but some of us are not so much. We are unfit, so we are very fat, unfit and stuff like that. And I'm not proud of it, but I wish, but at times, you have a lot of issues. I have vision problem, that these that. So I let you know. So if that becomes a thing for hatred or criticism, I don't mind. It's like, okay, no problem. But I would like to thank some of you who show concern. You guys know when I'm down, and you message me personally, take your time, say that you're doing great, I'm here if you need me. And some of my brothers are so nice. Gabe is one of my friends. I definitely take some names. He just messaged me a few days back that, hey bro, I saw your video and keep your chin up. And he wrote so many positive stuff. You cannot be upset. Even if you're down, you hear such a good motivation from good friends. That's all you need sometimes, just a kick. Even though you still need more time to feel better, but it's good. So I try to do that also for people when I see they are not doing so good. One of my friend Josh, he's a fellow YouTube reviewer. Sometimes he goes through issues, I see his status, and I try to write positive stuff. And I'm always here for you, brother. Okay, I'm always here for people who are nice. So it always comes down to people who care and don't care. This is how I see it, because I'm just a human being and I have only limited resources and powers. So if you, let's say, give me positive criticism, or not positive, constructive criticism, that means that's something that you notice, that you feel I can improve, and it's something that is very annoying for you to watch, and you feel this could be a good change for my channel or my work, and less annoying, I definitely embrace it and I say thank you for your comment. If it's possible for me, I try to change it. But sometimes you say the sound is not so good, up not as much as not as per the other reviewers. I definitely understand. I wish I had that financial status that they do. Like, let's say some of the channels, they're huge. Some of comments, they say that this guy is so annoying, he just whines and he doesn't have a professionalism, that's why he's not an influencer. The other guys are big, he's just like something. I agree to some of the points, but I also don't agree to some of the other points. I don't want to be influenced. I do say that sometimes, but influencers' job, I see it in such a way that they're brand promoters. They get bottles, they get money from the company, and they put it in a nice little, like the candies. They wrap it in a nice chocolate box, and then they sell it to you. And you also like it when someone, Freeman reviewers, will come and bring some for girlfriends with, you know, and you see that, look at that, yeah, that's definitely a sexy fragrance, she likes it, I will do it. But she'll be like, she's up there, she's not down there. So some of you just don't realize that you are paying the money, you're buying fragrance, and you like those content creators, but really they are not telling you the honest, like reviews. Sometimes the reviews more like a selling. You'll never see the fragrance in their channel ever again. So there is a difference between those influencers, some raw reviewers who don't care, this is not their job. I'm in the middle, this is my work, but I still try to maintain my honest review. Sometimes I buy something with full passion. I'm biased, sometimes I'm very biased towards fragrances like affordable perfumes, like this one particularly, Jaguar Classic Gold. I love that, I always hype it up. But I bought that, I love that, that's just me. Some people may not like that, some people might like niche, but there has to be some sort of honesty. That is one of the things that is the absolute gold. Okay, I'll tell you, I'll share with you, I always share with you these things. But I notice, because when you do YouTube, you see the numbers, you talk to reviewers, and you know a lot of secrets. You know a lot of things that's happening, what the companies do, how they do it. Normally some of the companies, when they want to have massive quick sales and quick succession or success in their launch, they send their especially niche, because they produce in less, so their perfume prices so expensive, some of the celebrity fragrance so expensive, they sell it, they select who are the most happening YouTube reviewers, and they are maybe got the numbers, maybe they have huge views, likes, and people buy from them, say they see the numbers, it's business. And when they give that bottle, they also give a big paycheck to them, okay, for them to promote. And you'll see the same time, Mark talked about this once, right? You see the same fragrance in hand of 10 or 15 influencers or reviewers who are the biggest channels. You will not see the smaller channels with the 5,000 subscribers, few hundred subscribers. You'll never see them getting it for free. Why? Because this is how business works, right? So in that business terms, there are three parties involved: the company, you guys who are consumers or viewers, and the other ones are the influencers. Let's say someone like us who gave us the perfume and maybe said, here's some money, and you know sell it for us, or you promote it for us, right? So promotion can be in two ways. One is you take the money and you say everything positive about a fragrance, and you don't say it's good or bad, you just talk about it. Oh, this is a brand new release, I like it so much, and this is good. If people trust you, love you, and they follow you, they will highly likely buy the fragrance. Let's say it's $300, so easier. But in general, many fragrance in the shelves, the reality is designer, niche, whatever, Middle Eastern, like thousands of fragrances are on the shelves collecting dust. People don't buy them unless people know about them. So yes, so there is the thing that you have to let something be in the newspaper or advertising, so people get to know about a product. If they don't know, they don't know if it's good or bad, they don't want to buy it. So there is good and bad. But the sad thing is, some of the companies will not allow you to do a criticism on a fragrance. I will not take names, I know many. I told you, I am poor for a reason, and I'm very proud of it in a way, but maybe it's not a good thing for me. Maybe easier life would be better for me, but I will share with you once more. And check this, okay? There are certain companies who wanted to sell, like send me fragrances and paycheck. They wanted to sponsor me to go to Dubai and then maybe do this. I haven't like traveled in 8 years, since I got back from Malaysia, and my dream was to go to Dubai. I really want to go there. Of course, who doesn't want to be successful without money? If you say, oh, life is so good, life is money is nothing, other things, then you are lying, my friend. Money is important, but you have to see how you have to earn that money. If you sell your soul, I keep saying it, if you become a slave of certain companies and you do exactly what they tell you to do, what is left in you? What is your genuinity? Like, what is your that goal that I'm talking about, like your dignity or honesty or your content, like people love you for, every single release they give you, and you have to give it 10 out of 10. Oh, my mind blowing. And then at a certain point, when you say it's a beast mode, but sometimes it's not, and people can see it, people are not fools, and they will know that you're losing credibility and you start getting hate. At that point, you're maybe rich, but a lot of people know that you are a seller, and I don't want that. Personally speaking, that's just my 2 cents. I'm not saying anything wrong with those. If they're rich, if they're successful, driving a very nice car, living luxurious life in Dubai, this is my dream as well, but not the way like companies ask me. Okay, let's say if I am going to review something, I told you it's one brand called Luxodor. Only brand send me fragrances, and they wanted my real review. Even if I give it 0, they're okay with it. You know, it's perhaps not good for business, but this is kind of example some companies can set, and they should be okay with it. And maybe send good fragrances, not the ones that's mediocre and you want them to sell. It's not possible for everything to be 10. That's just realistic, okay? But I could never do taking money and say this is great. If I found it great, if I found it to be nice and I find it's a good deal, I review fragrances, cheaper fragrance a lot. Wildstone whiskey, great fragrance I found on my own. I paid my money on most fragrances, 98% of my perfumes. Sometimes I get gifts from certain sellers who appreciate my work. They send me, I mention it. But I would never do a review, paid review, when the fragrance is mediocre, and then I'll take money and say it's 10 out of 10. That's why I sort of gave up I don't see, like, you can be 100% honest and can shine in life. As some of my brothers said, you have to negotiate a little bit, lie a little bit, you have to not be so, tough on your, stance. Then maybe you'll get chance. I don't think it will bring anything good in the long run, because certain companies, when they pay so much for you, they'll start taking you for granted and they'll start giving you orders. And I do have a problem with that authority. If I stop this channel, if I stop my work, fine, but I'm my own boss. This is something, little bit of arrogance that I have. So yeah, sometimes like you don't get the most favorable review. Sometimes you do get favorable reviews, but I notice whenever I do either, some people are always unhappy. Like if you say fragrance is good, some people say, hey man, Parfum de Marly is like overhyped house. Man, the thing is, like, maybe to you, you should say to you, I should say to me, but I cannot generalize for thousands of people, hundreds and thousands of people, what is good, what is not. But in general, if it's selling well, people are liking it, it performs well, they get compliments, more or less it stays within this region. These are all good stuff. These are all fragrances which are called successful. If I would say very good fragrances, Versace Dylan Blue, right? It's a great fragrance. It's like, it's a very generic, maybe it's a very common perfume blue, nothing new, but that stuff gets compliments left and right. And when you wear it, if you have a 200 ml bottle, great value. So most of the time we see value, instead of buying a 30 ml niche fragrance for $300, maybe it's not doing what you want it to do. But if you want to enjoy the game, like really go deep, in the passion. I'll give you another example. I'm going to make a very long video today. Someone asked me in recent times, he's a well-wisher, he's a doctor. I met him in the shop one of the recent times in a sale. And he came up to me. I remember his face, but I couldn't remember his name, because there are so many people I meet and I have a memory problem. I cannot remember a lot of things nowadays. So I remember, and he just came and said, hey, brother, I bought this fragrance. Can you give me a suggestion? What else should I buy? And then he said, if you don't mind, brother, I want to ask you something. And I said, what is it? And I think I was wearing one of my watches. Where is that? I was wearing one of my Casio watches. Man, where I kept it. Anyway, it's like the Apple kind of watch that I have. Anyway, so I don't know where I kept it. Anyway, so he was saying that if you don't mind, why are you wearing these Casio watches all the time? Why don't you wear like automatic watches? And I don't think I have it here. Anyway, so I was like saying that, brother, like not everybody likes everything. I am a perfume guy. I do enjoy my watches. I do wear different kind of watches, but I wear what I can afford. One thing. Second thing is, I do not like automatic watches. There was a time I used to be in the game, but I feel automatic watches are, it takes a lot of caring. You have to do winding. You have to do what you call the unscrew, screw. There are a lot of things you have to take care, and you have to be very careful. And every time when you want to wear it, it will take some time before you set the time and all that. So I don't like that hassle. So I'm not a watch enthusiast. I am a casual collector. Whatever looks good, like I find like a watch which like their face, for example, like let's say the Tiffany blue or something. This looks great, and maybe even if it's a cheaper watch or whatever. I like watches, man. In the way, I'll show you another one, which is my favorite watch. This looks great. This is one of the greatest looking dials I have. This is also a Casio, right? So I'll tell you, it doesn't really mean everybody has the same like or same passion, but he could not accept that, hey, you have to have that image, you have to wear like some of the watches I don't find, like I don't like Hamilton watches. This is just me. Small watches, imagine like a big wrist, doesn't look good on there. Sometimes this is oversized, but I like them, right? So I don't want to pay like $1,000 on a watch. I rather spend on fragrances. See, my choice. So everybody has our limitations. So in the end, what I'm going to try to say, if you enjoy the fragrance game, whatever you do, if the whole purpose is not happiness, if you're not happy doing anything, watching, doing, like watching someone's review, and then you say, hey man, I don't like his work, and you keep watching him, don't watch them. If it makes you angry, upset, watch someone you really like, right? Or if you're going to be not happy with the quality of the work, honesty, or like some of people say, Joy doesn't have a good nose, he's just like he's just talking too much stories instead of talking about notes. I'm not a notes guy. I'm not a chemist. I don't know about notes. I know what I smell. I try to describe, and I say I like it or not. I share some views on longevity, compliments, stories, memories. I feel this will speak to people or something similar to something, right? But if you're not happy, I don't see many people, many of these people, they are not happy. They have no subscribers, they have no contents on their channel, they never speak, they have so much collection, so much knowledge. Why don't you share? And I say it with full positivity. I'm not saying this as a poking. If you know so much, if you give me comments like he's a good reviewer but he's just whining too much, you already gave me a compliment, and that's all I look for. You give me a viewership and a compliment. But if you troll me, and if you say that you don't care for a person who I am, it doesn't matter to me. sorry to say, this is how I deal with my life. So sometimes people do care, they give you advices or tips, even if it's harsh reality, but for you to improve, this is their like concern. But some of the people, they just, I see their comments, the whole channel, they just have 7 8 comments, they're all like making fun, trolling, hatred. I don't take them in account because I feel these people are not happy inside. Sometimes I'm not happy inside, but I don't, sometimes I just like hide them from my channel, delete their comment. Simple as that, because the trolls are good for nothing. So if you are that person that you're not happy, you're very frustrated with whatever is happening, maybe don't watch, don't play fragrance game, because it's all fake, right? It's all hyped up and it's all overpriced. Nowadays everything is overpriced, everything is too expensive. I'm selling off so many of my perfumes, and reality is, the perhaps I'll not play this game as much as before. I'll not collect as many, I'll reduce the amount of fragrance I have, because times are not good, man. Bangladesh, political turmoil, the country is going to a very very bad place, economy is destroyed, frustration, every day people demonstrate on the road, they block the road. Come here, man. If you really want to see what Bangladesh is like, the tension in Pakistan, Bangladesh, India, if you live here, then you see India is better though in many ways. But our countryside, life is not easy. We always don't show you, like, why don't go out. If I go out in the middle of the street, you'll see why you cannot do work outside. Okay, it's not complaint, it's reality. Okay, it is no point of saying positive stuff when it's not reality. If you have corruption, you have to speak about corruption. If you had issues, we had issues, the last government, they did make everything in Bangladesh destroyed. Sports, economy, media, like banking sector, investment share, everything they looted. They tortured people. They put case after case. You can't speak anything. If you have a property, they take it from you. If you have to get your own license, you have to pay bribe. I've been living in this, and I'm not used to this yet. I'm not used to corruption. This is what I complain for. If you're used to it, many people say, hey, why you complain about sound? Live with the sound. What if I tell you, like, if someone just come and take a crap on in front of your door every day, like a dog, and you know the owner, right? And you tell them and they keep doing it, and you just, just complain and go to police, and police tells you, right, hey, deal with it, man. Everybody takes a crap every day. Right? So how do you feel, right? So think of it like, like, we have to respect, when you live in a society, you have to respect other people's boundaries, neighbors. Like, I don't play loud music, I don't make things dirty, I don't throw rubbish in front of my door because it smell bad. I don't do that. So I expect decency from people. But when you don't have education, when you don't have, when I say class, someone said, hey man, don't call people low class. I don't mean they are poor, I mean their attitude. Many people have money here, they have, like, I don't know from whatever source they make money, but they are muscle power, they are political figures, and they always disturb others, they try to show supremacy over others, and then they take advantage. They are the VIPs of the country, and they cut the line, and then sometimes take money from the bank, never pay back, and they still get loans after loans, and they are the VIPs of the country. And then they disturb you, if they live upstairs, they make noise, dropping stuff late night. Why wouldn't I complain? And these are the things I call these people low class. I hope, uh, because our cultures are different, sometimes when I say something, it means totally different things in your culture, right? But yeah, life is not same for everybody. Life is struggle, making money is not easy, but in the end I'm very happy. I always say, right now maybe it's not the greatest time, but I'm very happy with everything I got so far from my work. Almost 5,000 videos, this is my goal. I don't care what people say, how, if you want like those edited, like very, like, compliments, this girls, women, this, I'll get views, no problem, I can do those things. But those are not going to be things that I want to do. I want to do individual reviews. Check out my individual reviews, how many I do. I do the list, yes, to get the views, but I also do buy my fragrance, and I find out gems. I go to places, man. It's not just money spent, it's time spent. You look for shop, and you, like, take your time. This, like, this whole passion takes to somewhere, maybe addiction or passion, however you say it. But no, I don't know many people do that. They just sit at home, fragrance X sending them fragrances, here is my coupon code. I don't have any of that. I'm very proud of it. In my way, I'm very proud of it. I don't want such success that, like, uh, I'll give you something, I'm not really me, but I'm just cracking jokes, I'm being this person, like, like, cool personality, but in real life I'm not that. They're giving you lies. They're not giving you who they are. I try to give you who I am, you know from my perspective, good or bad, old or whining, whatever. This is me. This is intact me. When I'm giving you something, I'm connected to my audience. That's why people still come back and watch. Even if I get 1,000 views, I don't mind. I don't get 10,000 views, it's okay. But my 1,000 views, people are actually interested in. They get their content. They get fragrance reviews that no one else would do. I'm very happy with it, and I'm very happy for reviewers who still keep their dignity, still upload regularly, and this is not easy. But in the end, I'm very happy for everybody who's successful. If you're rich, and my also goal is also to be rich someday, maybe in Dubai. Maybe God will take me if I really have luck, but so far not looking good. So far it's my regular life with no savings, and I keep buying fragrances to create content because this is my work. So keep me in your prayers and keep me, someday maybe I'll gone, and I know many people will not care because that's how life works, reality of life. But as long as I'm here, I'm going to enjoy every single moment. Every day I wake up and say thank God. And I think you should be positive. And if you have bad thoughts, or you have thoughts that think like nobody cares for you, very last line, if you think nobody cares for you, there is someone always cares for you in secret, or you do not know them. They pray for you, they wish you good luck, they love you, they watch your ads running on their TV channel. I know so many people who are well wishers. So I don't feel sad. I don't feel, maybe sometimes I feel sad when I see a negative comment, but then I think all the people that care for me, and that's all I need, right? So thank you so much, guys, for whoever you wish me luck and message me, and people I do not remember all the time the names, but when you reach out to me and then show me concern, that's all I achieved. So yeah, all the things all good, right? So have a nice day, appreciate what you have. If you want a better life, work hard for it, maybe you'll get it, but you'll not get it like by lottery. Like, you want a Tesla, or you're driving a Toyota, you have to work for it, man. You have to have quality, you have to have luck, you have to have hard work, and then God's blessing as well, right? So keep working, and you're never alone. If you feel like you are not appreciated or something, there must be a purpose. You made it, man, out of so many millions of people. You made it in this world, right? You must be special for something. You have to find that purpose, and you have to be strong enough to live alone. And then if people are toxic, distance yourself from away from the people, and then you'll be okay. Someday it's gonna be sad, someday it's gonna be okay. You'll be okay, right? That's how life works. Thanks for watching, guys. Love you so much, and keep me in your prayers. I'll battle through tough times, no problem, and I love you all. Take care.